Thousands of Texans in recent weeks have received official voter registration applications in the mail. The problem is some of those who received the application are no longer living. The I-Team's Brian Newt tonight investigating how this happened in the first place and, more importantly, what's being done to ensure that this doesn't lead to any kind of voter fraud.
With it being this close to the election, most expect to receive an armful of political mail. But the letters dropped in Ola Allen's mailbox.
I said, this just can't be real.
Took this Dallas voter by surprise.
And then when I opened it, I was just really surprised.
It was a voter registration application addressed to her husband, Eroy. Eroy died nearly 3 years ago. Ola chalked it up to an honest mistake.
When I looked at my husband, I kind of could accept that.
But then came another letter, same voter registration application, that this one addressed to her late mother, who passed away 2 years ago.
I just can't believe this.
But there was yet another envelope, and this one, Ola says, is inexcusable and hurtful. It was addressed to Karen Regina Allen.
And I said, Karen? I said, why am I receiving? And then I just sat down because I lost it. I really lost it.
Karen is Ola's youngest daughter. She died when she was 21 years old. The year was 1989.
And my daughter's been gone 20 plus years, and this doesn't do anything but open up an old wound for me. And I know you're born to die, but it's just a burden because that was my baby. And that letter really got me.
At the bottom of the application form, in small print, it reads, paid for by the Texas Democratic Party. A spokesperson told the I-Team the state party purchased large, complicated data sets in an effort to reach unregistered voters. These data sets, the party says, are often imperfect. Deputy Executive Director Manny Garcia told the I-Team, in Texas, campaigns are left to use imperfect data to overcome cumbersome voter registration obstacles. The Texas Secretary of State's office says it's received several complaints of applications being sent to dead relatives, along with people who are not U.S. citizens. But sending out voter registration applications is well within the law and something both political parties do. The state says it has safeguards in place to ensure this doesn't result in voter fraud. Every application that comes in is cross-referenced with a list the Social Security Administration keeps of people who have died. Last month, Texas crossed off more than 9,000 names from the voter rolls because the voters were no longer alive.
I've questioned God a lot of times. I don't question him as much as I used to, but I have asked him why.
Ola says she wasn't worried about voter fraud when she received these letters, but she is worried what a mistake of 29 years says about the state of our politics.
So any means that it takes to get me to the top, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what this kind of tells me. And I just hope that whoever sends these out, they'll think about what they're doing.
Now, the Texas Democratic Party would not say how many applications it mailed out, but Doug, they said that they sent out more this year than they ever have before in the past.
So I know you asked them the question. I mean, what can the party do itself to prevent something like this from happening in the future? What do they say?
Yeah, so Texas Democratic, the party says that the way to make it, the way to prevent this in the future is to make it easier for people to register. And this is where we're going to get into a debate between the two parties about issues such as online voter registration and same-day voter registration. And Doug, on our website, we have kind of listed out the party's positions on these issues.
I was going to say, we need another hour to debate that one. And well said.
We'll leave that one for online.
Good education. Brian, thank you very much. And Brian and the rest of the CBS 11 I-Team always working for you. If you got a tip on a story or just a question, you can email them anytime. It's iteam@ktvt.com.